Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. I got a Deebot 920 robot vacuum about a month ago, and I wanted to go ahead and give you kind of a mini review over what I think of it, how it performed, and kind of how the app process goes, how you work the vacuum and what you can do through the app. It has a LiDAR unit on it, so it makes great maps. I will show you all that here in just a minute. Now this particular one here, it also has the mopping attachment. So here's your water, and then you put this mopping pad down on the bottom of it before you want to mop. And I'll tell you all about that in just a minute. So here it is kind of up close. Now this is after 1 month of use. I did wipe off the top, so I mean there was lots of dust on it. I do have a big dog and it has lots of dander. I also have a long-haired cat. So this is kind of what it looks like after a month of use. There is a bit of scratching on here. Hang on, let me get a light and see if we can see this better. Yeah, this isn't going to be very easy to show, but there is a little bit of scratching on it already from where it bumps into the wall when it's navigating around, but not that bad. Let me flip it over and I'll show you the condition of the bottom of it. Now, I have not cleaned out the dust bin from the last time I used it because I want to show you the unedited how much this thing actually picks it up at a time. Now, I haven't cleaned this brush roller either for the first month. So you can see in there that it's got hair wrapped around it. So let's go ahead and take that out. So this is the amount of hair it's going to have on it after 1 month of use. So you can see there's kind of some hair there in the corner. We got a big wrap of hair there in the middle. Actually, that's carpet mostly. I mean, there's some dog dander and some dog hair over here, but it looks like most of this stuff here is carpet. Let's go ahead and see if we can unravel this. Yeah, this is gonna be gross here on my kitchen table. So there is a tool in here for cutting things off. It's in here in the back here. It has a little razor blade attachment in it, and it's for cutting stuff out of there like that. So let's go ahead and see if we can use this attached razor blade. Hang on, I'm going to need both hands. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and see if we can... Oh, that was easy. There you go, just like that. And now it's going to come right out. Look at that. That is disgusting on my table. But I guess that's what 409 is for. All right. Beautiful. So this is 1 month of hair on my... Oh, look, this one's kind of stuck there too. We may have to use this little razor blade again. Oh, gross. Here, let's pile all that up there in the middle so y'all can see it. But there you go. There is 1 month of hair that was stuck on the roller. I didn't think it was that bad, actually. So that obviously was gross, but it looks much better shape now. So that was after 1 month of use. You can see the little edge spinny things are in moderately good shape. No crazy wear on the wheels. The suspension still works. Has quite a bit of suspension travel there. And while I got Hoovy here turned upside down, let me show you how this mopping plate attaches. So I have used this quite a bit, so I mean, it cleans up pretty good if you throw it in the wash. you know, that's what it looks like after about a month of use. I've probably used it 5 times, 8 times maybe. Not sure. But this just goes, these little feet here go in the corresponding holes down here. See if I can do it one-handed. There it goes. There's one, there's the other. Now this mopping plate works the best if you pre-wet it. So if you go over to your sink and give it a good soak before you put it on, that way it starts wet, because it's going to start going right away when you tell it to start mopping, and it won't have time to get the pad wet. So that's what I do. I pre-soak this, and it doesn't do a tremendous job. It doesn't really scrub or anything. It just drags it around. It's going to clean up surface dirt and stains, but it's not going to do like a tremendous job, but it's not horrible. So let's see how much is in. Oh, there's a little pile of dirt there. So the last time I vacuumed, I purposefully did not empty this bin just because I want to show you how much it picks up. And it is ridiculous because I have dogs, or a dog and a cat. So this bin is going to be absolutely, completely full. Let's go ahead. I'll dump this on the floor. I don't want to dump it on my table here. Let's go in the other room here. Okay, so here we are, and I just wanted to show you. Now, keep in mind, I have to empty, I know I've said this several times, this is one vacuum. I have to empty this every time with my pets. You may consider that whenever you buy one of these, because you will have to empty this quite a bit. So here we go. This is going to be disgusting. Look at that. That is one time right there. And there's so much hair. It's like crammed. Crazy amount of debris off the floor. That is disgusting. Now, if you want to see something extra disgusting, hang on. Let me take off the filter. You saw how I opened this earlier. You push this little red button and this little door comes open. Well, up here, there's another filter. Let me show you how much crap is in this thing. That is disgusting. And it's blowing because my fan is on. But look at that. That came off my floor. It actually came off my dog. There is so much dog dander. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It does a very good job at picking up even these very fine particles out of the floor. And it's all this guy's fault right here. Yes, this guy right here. Okay, I don't need any help. So I got all that emptied out, and I got a scale here, and it weighs 5.8 ounces. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Fruity Pebbles inside this container until the scale says 10 ounces. And then we're going to dump that on the floor in the living room. And when it gets done vacuuming, we'll see how close to 10 ounces this bin weighs. Okay, I ran into a slight problem. I guess we're going for 8 ounces. Evidently, Fruity Pebbles don't weigh as much as I thought. I could not fit 10 ounces into the container here. So, the final weight needs to be 8 ounces. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this and we're going to scatter this on the floor where this vacuum is going to be vacuuming. Oh man. Okay. This is kind of giving me anxiety. That is a lot of Fruity Pebbles. And I'm stepping on them now. So all these Fruity Pebbles now are scattered out across the living room. Let me go ahead and put this empty bin back into the Deebot, and then I will tell him to vacuum the living room. I'm going to go ahead and tell him to vacuum twice, but I will weigh the bin at the end of the first run and at the end of the second run. How about that? So now I got Fruity Pebbles all over my living room. Let's get this started. Okay, I told it to start cleaning. So what this guy's gonna, well, first of all, you're gonna notice I put a camera on the, we'll see what that angle looks like here in a little bit. But he's gonna clean around the edges first. And once he gets around the edges, he'll go in a back and forth pattern through the middle of that mess. And yes, that is a massive mess. I got all kinds. Oh my goodness, that gives me kind of anxiety just looking at it. So if you'll kind of go back over here, he does kind of make a trail around the edge of the room because he drives in the same spot every time. You can kind of notice that, but it's not really a big deal. He does make nice vacuum lines. The carpet does actually look pretty good when he's all done because he goes back and forth. So we'll let him go for a while, and I will check back in with y'all when he's finished the perimeter and he's going back and forth in all this mess. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go take a Xanax right now, and I will be back. I'm gonna go ahead and get the dustbin out of here. It is nice and full. Uh-oh. There's some down in there. So it might have became too full because it might have picked up hair to go along with the stuff I set down. Even though I just vacuumed, that dog, he sheds like crazy. So let's see how many ounces this thing weighs. Now it should weigh 8 ounces, but technically it should weigh a little less because if you look in here, there is a few hanging out on the floor that it didn't get. But overall, it looks pretty good. There's a few there. There's a few there. And a few scattered around. I bet after I run it a second time, it's going to get all these. But let's go back in here and weigh this. Okay, here we go. Exactly 8 ounces. So here's what I think might have happened. I left a few Fruity Pebbles on the floor, but I gained some dog dander and some dog and cat hair. So I should have maybe triple vacuumed the floor before we started here, but that just goes to show you it does have very good suction, and it was completely full there towards the end. That's why there was a little bit down in the chute that wouldn't fit in there, because it is literally full. So let's go ahead. I'm going to empty this and then we'll run it again and see how much it picks up on a completely empty bin, since this test isn't very scientific anyway. This number doesn't matter. It was just for grins, but let's run it a second time. All right, Hoovy here is finishing up his second pass, and it is absolutely immaculate. I literally do not see one Fruit Loop. There's a Fruit Loop, and there's a Fruit Loop over there. But besides these two, there is no Fruit Loops on this floor anywhere.
Planning is complete. Returning to the charging dock.
As soon as he parks over there and starts charging, I will get the bin and see how much he gathered on the second run. Now, if you remember the first run, it completely overflowed the bin. So, it actually may be full again. I don't know. We'll see. Here's how much it picked up the second time. You can see it did not completely fill up the container this time. It's probably a fourth or a third full. There's lots of nastiness in there. You got all that dirt and dog dander and sand and hair, and it's just absolutely disgusting. Let's see here how much all that weighs. Not that the weight matters. Completely unscientific, but there you go. So, let me show you how the app works now. So if you've seen one vacuum app, you've pretty much seen them all. They're very similar, and you can see here's the layout of my house. If we zoom in, you can see right there is the charging dock, and the hashed areas are where carpet is, and just the blue areas is where tile is. And you can see his last run there in the living room, the lines he made. And then if we zoom out, we can see my whole little tiny house here. We got the little hallway, and then there's a bathroom. And then back here there's another bedroom with 2 chairs in it, you can see. He's never been in this room over here. That's the computer room, and it's pretty messy. So he's only driven past the door. So his little laser beam shot through the doorway and could see that room, but he's never actually been in there. And then further down here, we got the kitchen. He's also never been out here. That's a laundry room, and you can see here I have a no-go line. He will not pass that line to go out the door. Moving on, we got this, and then my bedroom is back here in the back part of the house. That's basically where my bed is. I just didn't want him wasting time under the bed. I have him vacuum under it maybe once or twice, but not very often. And I have a couch and a chair and the dog bed. And so there's my little house there. I'm going to show you a quick video, a time lapse of what it looked like when he first created this map. basically how you work this is you just hit auto and go, and he'll clean the whole house. But if you want to, you can go over here to area and you can say only clean this room or clean this room and this room, and he will take care of those rooms and then go back. You can also, if say you're here in the living room, this is actually kind of neat. So you're here in the living room and somebody spilt something right there in the middle of the floor. You can say do a custom clean, and then you go over here and you can draw right where you want him to clean, and he will go exactly to that spot, clean that spot, and then go back. Let me show you. So we got that spot selected, and I'm going to go ahead and say go.
I'm starting the clean.
Just one little tiny triangle. And you can look on the map and see exactly what he's doing. So let me zoom in here. You can see that little line that he drove from his charger, and now he's just going back and forth in that little box I created, and that's what he's doing out there.
Cleaning is complete. Returning to the charging dock.
All done. So that's basically how the app works. Not too much to it, just the first time setup, which I'm not going to go through that here. There's other YouTube videos you can find. I don't feel like deleting my app and going through it, but it's not difficult to
I'm starting to charge.
it's not difficult to get set up. Once you get it all hooked to Wi-Fi, it's a breeze. The first clean, he has to clean the whole house the first time. So he just told me cleaning complete. So the first clean, he'll clean the whole house, and that's when you get your map. And then after that, you can go through and you can label the individual areas that he's going to go to. So, final thoughts. Do I like the Deebot 920? And the answer is yes. I absolutely love it. It's nice to not have to vacuum anymore. You know, you can tell it to start remotely, or, you know, it's not even that loud. Sometimes when I'm going to bed at night, I just hit the start button and he just does the whole house and it doesn't even bother me. Don't buy it solely for the mopping. It's a great gimmick and it'll kind of clean your floors, but it really is not that good. So if you need a mop, don't buy this just for the mop, okay? Just think of it as an extra feature. What you're really getting is a really nice robot vacuum. And that it is. It does a great job. You saw after the second run, there was absolutely no fruity pebbles on the floor. It was all clean. It is a great robot vacuum. You can set schedules, or you can just be like me and just manually start it. I usually vacuum twice a week, sometimes more. And like I said, I have a big dog and a long-haired cat, and the bin is full every time it vacuums. So you will have to remember to empty the bin quite a bit, or maybe look at a model that has a self-empty bin. Those are kind of more costly. That's usually another $150, $250 to the price. So if you don't mind emptying the bin out every time it runs, this is the one for you. I think it does a great job, and I haven't had problems with it yet. Well, thanks for watching my quick review of the Deebot 920, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more Tesla content and random tech reviews, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. That helps out a lot. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.